Hello everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Today being November 21st, another data or market analytics posting for November 21st. We're going to talk about Japan and some tips and tricks that I want to tell you, and I've been talking about this where a lot of the professionals use what's in the futures market to forecast what's about to happen. Today we're going to talk about Japan and the stock exchanges over there, the indices. The reason is because they've had a fairly good year. The Nikkei, the Topix is up 30% this year, which is pretty good. I do believe it's outperforming the S&P, but nonetheless, let's talk about the Japanese. So what you're looking at is a chart that shows the Nikkei 225 implied volatility flirts above the April high for this year. Now, this indicates that they expect more volatility to come into the Tokyo or the Nikkei over the short term. Implied volatility is just that. When you look at the American markets, like VIX, that is something that is used for current and past events, which is more of a gauge and just showcases what's happening in the current time. But this right here you can use for a forward-looking data to show how far down there may be volatility in the market using implied volatility for particular indices or even commodities or major assets in the futures market. Now, this other chart here where you're looking at, again, foreigners turn net sellers of Japan equity curves. Oh, let me just go back to the source of the implied volatility, Osaka Securities Exchange. Okay, so that's right from that exchange. Now, like I said, moving to the next chart, this source comes from Nikkei 225 topic futures and minis, which you can find on the futures exchange, Japanese exchange group, data for week ended on specific date. So what it is that foreigners are turning net sellers of Japanese equity futures. Fantastic way to gauge on the pivots of the markets. You can see here that there has been a steady decline since early October, whereas in early September 8th, and then suddenly just these sudden rises above or approaching 1,000 yen each week for the 15th and the 22nd. Been down again, comes back on October 6th, and then there's a steady decline and then drops again. So again, you can use this to gauge where things will go. All right, so hopefully that will help you out. I'll put the link in the usual Quant Analytics Lite, which is free. You can join that by going over to my quantlabs.blog. Click on the lower right yellow box, and that will take you to a link where you can sign up and get some neat PDFs or reports, and get this link and analysis, see the charts. All right, talk to you later.